Guys, Justin from TalkAndroid here with Motorola's Moto Z2 Play, which seems to be the 2017 flagship for the company. It has all of the high-end specifications you could want for this point in time, and it appears to be the successor to both last year's Moto Z and last year's Moto Z Force. We don't have a regular Moto Z2 this year, we just have this, the Moto Z2 Force, and the Moto Z2 Play, both of which will be sold unlocked this summer. So just stay tuned for that, but for now you can get the phones through carriers. I'm going to do an unboxing video, and this is from Verizon, so, you know, there's branding like that. The outside of the phone will, I think, from Verizon have carrier branding, maybe on the back, a little stamp, at least with the T-Mobile model, which I have here. This is the same phone right in my hand, left hand, but this is the T-Mobile model, and there's no carrier branding on the outside, but I believe on this one we will see a Verizon logo on the back, so let's find out and take this puppy out of the box. So here we go, standard box. This is the same as the Moto Z2 Play, how it just slides from the side, and you get the Hello Moto slogan that they've been using for ages. And here is the phone itself before we get to that. And on the back, yep, you can see we have Verizon branding. Before we get to that, I will just go through the box's contents. So, in here we have just some manuals, Verizon's manuals, and the SIM card tool, but it appears whoever had packaged this stole the SIM card tool, unless it's in here. It is not, so you're supposed to get a SIM card tool so you can pop that sucker out, but, you know, didn't happen for me. So, we'll put that to the side. Also in the box, we get a cable. This cable is USB to USB-C. See if I can get it out real quick. There we go. So you get USB to USB-C, reversible here, so this will go to the wall adapter that we have right here. Oh, and actually right here is the SIM card tool, so it probably fell out, but you do get it. Mine did come with it. So this is just the regular wall charger. Connect it, get all your good stuff. You should use this if you want the absolute fastest charging speed possible for the phone. Lenovo implements, or Motorola rather, implements its own technology. So if you want extremely fast charging, go with that. And here we have a cable that is an adapter. So you get USB-C on one end, and then you get yourself an auxiliary port, so a headphone jack. You can connect your headphones easily through there because you do not get one on the phone itself. The phone is so thin that they did away with it. You know, the standard way it's going right now is people are going for slimmer phones, so they're doing away with that auxiliary port. Again, if you want it, you can just use the included adapter, connect it, then you have the auxiliary port through the USB port, like that. So this is the phone. This is the Moto Z2 Force. This is the black color option. The one that I was sent by T-Mobile is the lunar gray. So we have black, we have gray. You can see the difference. You know, they're, again, the same phone, just color difference, and T-Mobile isn't putting any carrier branding. Verizon is. So this is the phone. We will now take off this little screen thing, and it just tells you about the phone. So up here, you have the SIM card tray, and along the side, volume buttons right here, power button is there. It says a 4G LTE SIM is pre-installed. That's Verizon's habit. You get on-screen buttons, but you can use the fingerprint scanner as an alternate for gestures, so you get that. And the display is not actually glass, it's plastic to a degree. It's shatter shield, so Motorola says it shouldn't shatter should you drop the phone, and it has an aluminum frame overall on the outside, so your phone's not going to bust into pieces. But the only catch is, and you've probably read this by now, is that the plastic can actually scratch very easily. You can actually take your fingernail, run it through, you will get a scratch. I'm not going to do this because we're sending this back to Verizon or Motorola, so we don't want to send them a damaged product. But yeah, you are able to scratch it. Companies, like Corning haven't yet figured out how do we make glass that doesn't break. And then now Motorola hasn't figured out how do we make plastic that doesn't scratch. So they do the opposite. Glass, doesn't scratch. Gorilla Glass is extremely durable like that. Keys on it won't scratch. This, on the other hand, will scratch, but if you drop it, it won't shatter. So it's a bit of a trade-off, but anyways, the screen is 5.5 inches. It is POLED technology, so you should get vibrant colors, vibrant, rich, popping colors. That's 5.5 inches, and it is Quad HD resolution, so you get 2560 by 1440 for the resolution. That equals pixel density of 534 pixels per inch. It's very thin again. The measurements are 155.8 by 76 by 6.1 millimeters. So it's, again, really, you could see how thin it is. That's why the camera hump might be super noticeable to you. It is what it is. You just have to deal with it. It is a Motomod capable phone, so any Motomods that debuted last year you can use with this. And over there we have the 360 camera Motomod. So you just pop it onto the back. It works with this phone, last year's Moto Z, Moto Z Play, Moto Z2 Play from this year. All the phones that support Motomods, they still work here. So you get that. It is splash resistant. You don't get full certification to dunk this thing in a pool, but if it rains or, it happens to get a splash, it will likely survive. Inside you get Qualcomm Snapdragon 835. That was released earlier this year, and now it's making its way to more phones, so this does have Qualcomm's latest flagship processor. It also has 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of internal storage, and something special is on the back. You'll notice there are 2 cameras. It has a 2-camera setup, 2 12-megapixel cameras with laser autofocus and phase detection autofocus, and dual LED flash. So you get new technology. We've seen it on older phones, and now it's popular again. We're seeing the G6 with it, the OnePlus 5 with it. The Galaxy Note 8 is expected to have 2 cameras. So the 2-camera hype train, everybody is aboard it. They're moving forward with it. This is where it's at. Up on the front, the camera is 5 megapixels, and you do get dual LED flash up front, so that's a nice little neat feature. You get speakers that are integrated into the front of the phone, so you'll notice it's not on the bottom. It's actually up there at the top, so you could see that. The phone also, again, has that USB-C port. It's an all-in-one port. So if you want to do anything, you're going through that port right there. And because the phone is so thin, the battery is smaller. Last year, the Moto Z2 Force and the Moto Z Play had massive batteries. Motorola and Lenovo have decided to reduce it. This one brings the battery size down all the way to 2,730 mAh. So we're going to have to test it and see what's going on. You do get Android 7.1.1 Nougat inside, so you're getting the latest version of Android. But that's about it for everything we could tell you about the Moto Z2 Force. If you want to know more about this phone, go over to TalkAndroid.com, and we're going to have more on this phone, moving forward. So if you want to know more about this phone, the Moto Z2 Force, or any other phone, including the Moto Z2 Play, which we just finished reviewing, head over to TalkAndroid.com, and don't forget to subscribe for our latest videos.